Welcome to the stream. We are in Spain, Valencia. Actually, the track is called Circuit Ricardo Tormo. Actually, the official name is Circuit de la Comunidad Valencia Ricardo Tormo. All right, so it's 4 kilometers and it's 14 turns. One of the new tracks that were introduced recently in ACC. So I really like this track. It's a lot of fun and it is a challenge. And today we have Porsche Cup here, and the standings are, you see them on the screen. Thomas Reiner, Jonathan Wood. We will adjust his standing there because race number 3 should actually be a DNS because he actually got disconnected. So that's going to be adjusted, so he will drop a little bit on that. Aaron Shannon, P3, 228 points, P4. Derek Bird, 220 points, and John Saunders, P5, 215. So it's going to be close here. This is a 8 race season. And Derek has won the 2 last races, so we'll see what he can do. All the top guys here are on track today, so it's going to be super exciting. Looking forward to this race. Porsche Cup is one of my favorites, so I think we are in for a treat. We're going to see the cars rolling in just a minute. In the meantime, I want to thank Syndeo and SIMGRID and Castle and Cauldron for the sponsorship that makes this happen. We are a community of 50 plus drivers, 50 years and older drivers, so 50 plus. And if you want to join us, connect on SIMGRID or Facebook or our website. Just search for eSeniors GT3 Championship and it will come up. The key is that you get connected with us and get age verified so you can participate in the different championships. And also we have kind of fun races that are not really championships, but just if you want to try out racing with us for fun, we'd love to see you. We have a lot of drivers involved from different nations. You see just on the leaderboard, we have Canada, England, and US, but we have drivers from all over the world: South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, Sweden, Argentina. Yeah, I mean it's really cool. So that's one of the awesome things with this community. So let's get to the game stream. First, I'm gonna make sure we are ready to roll there. Yeah, qualifying have started, so let's get on track. This track they do a lot of motor racing on this track, so you're gonna see that all these curbs are really flat actually. And that's one of the features of this track, as they do a lot of motor racing. You can't have big bumpy curbs. So we're gonna see who sets the first time. And thank you for everyone joining on the stream. I'm gonna get up my chat window so I can see chats. There's my little chat window. So welcome to the stream. Anyone on the stream, let me know if everything looks good and sounds good. And thank you for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know the drill. And here you can see on the leaderboard we have the different flags that I love to see. Two guys that don't have it. Ponov, actually, he's from, I think it's Macedonia. That's, I would say, Saunders has not put in his flag, but Bonhoff doesn't say that his flag is not available in ACC, which is surprising. So it is what it is. It's a beautiful day here in Valencia. We have, let me see what we have. We have it's temperatures, 26 degrees in the air, 33 on the track. There's Derek Bird in his Glam Rocker livery that he has had for quite a while. Slade in flame. He's certainly the favorite today, getting the first time on the board there. Fastest 1:34.4. Sorry, 1:34.6 for Derek Bird. And Jonathan commented before the race that he almost had the same time as Derek, so I think there's going to be a fight here between Derek and Jonathan Wood. Those two guys are certainly going to be in the top. Hope to see a really good race between these guys. I also see Bob Laycock. He is from New Zealand. Great to see him on track. He previous races he's been placing 8, 7, 8 and 6. P6 in his last race. Solid results. We also have Manuel Sosa from Portugal. Manuel did, what did he do last race? Actually, I don't see him here, so I wonder if he's registered at all. I'm sorry. Yes, he is. I'm sorry. Yes, he's currently P11 in the championship. He wasn't racing last race, but before that he placed 10. I think that was in Spa, and in the very first race he placed P9. So right now we have 13 drivers on track. Jonathan Wood now clocked the first time, or the best time. Let's get into his cockpit. Let's see where he is on the track. Yeah, I'm gonna catch him when he gets into a hot lap. And we can follow along with him. So it was interesting to see. Following Howard. So Howard sits in P10. He didn't start the first two races, but last race he placed P7. Well, here's Mr. Zimmer, Randy Zimmer. He sits in P9 in the championship. Didn't start the last two races, but today he's back on track. Great to see. Good to see a great effort from Mr. Zimmer. And Mish Bonhoff, always a profile. He didn't start the two first races, but then he did a podium, and last race he did P4, so really good. Andy Driscoll on the chat, welcome. And I completely missed that these guys went around, so let's catch someone that comes around here. Who is this? Car 201. Okay, let's do Howard's lap. Let's get into his cockpit and see if coming out on the start straight. The long start straight and really interesting first turn. You can go really wide on this turn without any penalties. So the braking point is about that last marker. You want to just maximize your speed through here. I think you can go both wheels out on the green. Braking point there on the white marker to the right. Just swing tight around this one. And be very patient with the throttle. But on that apex, go wide and open up for this turn, second gear. And then second gear again, he goes third gear, he goes a little up on the curb. And here braking point just after that white marker, you can roll around on second gear. And we're coming down to this really difficult turn. And there's a white marker on the right, you can use that as your brake marker. And you probably want to open up that corner a little bit more than what you did. You want to touch that apex there and touch that apex there, that's right. And here, tight turn, second apex on this turn. Get on the throttle. And this one is really crazy. As you come up here, there's like this white marker right there. Just lift and maybe tap the brake if you need to. You don't want to go wide on the left. It gets really bumpy even. You can do it, but it gets bumpy. Two black markers on the left. The last one is my brake marker a little bit after. And we have completed the lap. Try to just keep maximum momentum coming out of there. And we have completed the lap of Valencia. And Jonathan Wood sits in the pits. Let's follow Derek a little bit. See how he's negotiating the track. Oh, he's fighting the wheel. See how he's doing in this tricky corner here, like I mentioned. Just you're going to go really wide like he's doing. Yeah, nice and clean, not too bumpy, not too much on the left curb. Coming down this little hill. Swing around and you get out on the start straight. So he's just about under his fastest time. He's 1.1, almost 2/10 behind Jonathan. Let's see how he's doing here in the first part. We haven't watched him going through this section. It's a brake marker and he goes second gear through here. All right. Oh, he's fighting the wheel. He lost time. Yeah, he kind of bailed out of this lap now, I think. Hey Chris, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's follow someone who might make a difference. Here's John Saunders. He's up 0.7. Coming down to just the last turn as we catch him. So he's gonna be able to get into like the P3 territory. Let's see. Now P4 for Jonathan right now. Less than 5 minutes left of the qualifying. Jonathan Wood sits in top, but that could change because it's only 2/10. I'm gonna keep an eye on who is doing a lap. Laycock is sitting there. Jeremy Arobas have not done a lap, so I don't think he's going to race. So I think it's going to be 12 cars on track. And Pornoff is not on an active lap. Hey, Obando, Robert. Hey, Steve, how are you? Who's the Colonel? Oh, Shannon coming through hot, going wide. Destroys his lap. No one is really on a really hot lap right now. Simmer. Let's follow Simmer. He's up 1.4. He's 4.3 behind the leader. So he can do... Colonel Sanders. Okay, it's Colonel Saunders. I got you. So Simmer coming around. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he goes really wide. I had to kind of pull out. Oh, he lost all his time. Unfortunate. It wasn't a good lap. That would have pushed him up a little bit on the leaderboard. So hopefully he can reload. It's less than 2.5 minutes. Oh, he goes really wide. Yeah, that's too wide. All right, let's look at the Colonel. We should get him a Kentucky Fried Chicken livery, right? Although I was actually up in Tennessee, where kind of the Colonel comes from. I didn't have any KFC up there though. But I saw a lot of restaurants though. Okay, we have a bird fan there. Andy Driscoll puts his money on Derek Bird. Derek is not able to get up to speed here and challenge. Let's see, he's just short of his best time. See if he can improve somewhere on track. Let's get in his cockpit. Oh, takes that corner really rich, which is good. There's something white sitting there on the racetrack. Let's see how he's doing here. Doing left turn, get on the throttle quick. Oh, got into the bumpy bits, losing time on that lap, fortunately. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Anyone that can... No one is really on a competitive lap right now, so we have less than a minute. Derek starts a new lap. See if he can do something now. He has someone in front of him. Yeah, that can spell trouble. Who could that be? Is that... Yeah, it's Sosa in front of him. It's gonna impede him. Oh, yeah. That was unfortunate for Derek. Got into some traffic. Alright. Bando rooting for Andy. That's cool. That is nice. Okay, so looks like we're gonna have Jonathan Wood, Derek Bird, Saunders, Hopkins, Howard, Grenier, Honoff, Shannon, Miller, Zimmer, Laycock, and Sosa. However, I see Zimmer is actually on an active lap. And here he comes. He's gonna do anything better? No, he's in P10. There we go. So that's the standing. All right, gonna take a little break and we'll come back in just a moment. We are back. Ready for the race. Session is about to start. And here we go. Here's the rolling formation lap. Jonathan Wood, Derek Bird on the first row, Saunders, Hopkins, second row, third row, Howard, Regner. Then we have Pornoff, Shannon, Miller, Zimmer, Laycock and Sosa. Should be a very clean start because these drivers, the Porsche Cup is really the cleanest of all the races. Oh, here comes someone in the middle. Now we're going 3 wide there, so maybe I shouldn't have said that. So here comes the 2 first. Jonathan get a good start. Derek looks a little bit on the inside. He comes around the first turn. It's not a very tight bend there, so it looks like everyone is managing coming through. Zimmer advancing a little bit. Let's see, he has the inside line. If he can keep that. And Sosa and Laycock in the back. So very good start by everyone. Zimmer up 1 position. And let's see now if Derek can get into rhythm here. For this, we're certainly going to see a pit stop that's going to make a difference. So today we have mandatory fuel and tires. 50-minute race. And our the pit stop should open in about 15 minutes. We're going to see what type of pit strategy we're going to see. Derek's often running a little bit longer. He was doing really good on his tires the last race. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of strategy he's going to have. Something happened with Zimmer. Let's see. Let's do a replay there. Oh, he got a little bit unstable, got off track and touched the door, swirled around. And luckily that wasn't really the disaster that it could have been. So very nice there. Go back to the top here, Derek. Try to reach Jonathan. Saunders is part of this game as well. Thomas managed to pass Howard. So Thomas now up in P5. And we also see Pornoff looking racy in the back. And Zimmer, I saw a little yellow flag on him, but I think he's okay. Pornoff is pushing. Love the sound of these cars. Go back to Bird. Takes a little while for the tires, but I think he should start to get into the range. This is the battle. This is the battle we expected. Derek is patient. Very patient driver. I think the strategy here is just to try to just grind, stay behind, and wait for the mistake. And probably do something with the pit stop strategy, we'll see. This is the closest race for the moment that I'm following. If you want to see a specific driver, let me know. I'm going to set up my track there. So Derek getting a good run on Jonathan. It's a fun track. This first time I drove it, I thought it was kind of... I don't like tracks that are extremely flat like this because you don't get too many kind of reference points and so on. But I managed to learn the track pretty quickly because there is kind of easy brake markers and easy to orient yourself on the track. So I really dig this track. It's challenging. Can't even imagine to drive a motorcycle around here. It's 14 turns. See someone else here. He has Howard. He's pushing up on Thomas while Derek Bird takes the fastest lap right now, 1:34.6. And here you can go outside the curb on the very first turn. You won't get a penalty on that. No track violation. Now this one, together with Jonathan and Derek, is now the closest battle on this track. Yeah, you're right there, Robert. It is hard to pass here. You have to kind of late brake somewhere and try to get someone that way. Or like here, someone doing a mistake. Look at that. Thomas went wide and Howard immediately took the opportunity. So that's the thing. I mean, you have to be patient, stay behind the car and just wait for the right moment. And that's exactly what Howard was doing there. Let's go back to Derek. He's waiting for Jonathan to do the same thing. Out on the straight, doing very equal times, these guys. Very little between them. Derek was a little bit faster in the last sector. Yeah, he's pushing. Let's go and look at Zimmer. Zimmer here is chasing Laycock. So Zimmer lost the position. He started in P10. He's challenging Laycock from New Zealand, driving in his all-black livery, as they called, but it's white and black. But the all-black is the rugby team from New Zealand. See if we can make something happen. Getting close. I'm interested to see what happens with the tires in the end of the race, or in the end of the stint rather. I'm gonna jump back here because we see Derek is really pushing to get closer to Woods. It almost looks like Wood is backing up these three cars a little bit. We see Saunders really making inroads here because he just put up the fastest lap, 1:34.1. They're all gaining on Jonathan right now. Another little battle is Parnoff, getting very close to Thomas, that lost his position to Howard by going wide. Oh, very close there. Let's see if it's going to go inside. Yes, he is. Thomas is going inside. Is that going to stick? That's the inside line. Yes, he takes back the position. Very nice drive. And here comes Pornoff. Let's see if he can do something. Gets on the inside, tucks in behind Howard. This is an interesting battle right here. Great racing. Yeah, consistency. That's a race strategy for sure. If they race each other like this until it's time to change tires, I think we're gonna be in for some sliding cars in the end, because they are racing hard now. And Wood, Bird and Saunders are all together as well. So, but this is the closest right now. Pornoff, one really good run out of there. He goes on the inside. Let's see, he's gonna make a move. Late break, yes he is, but we have Howard is actually, now he cuts Pornoff. Howard went wide, Pornoff took it. Pornoff us to P6. Now he's looking to challenge Thomas for P5. Good move by Pornoff. Howard got a little bit unstable there, a little sliding. So I wonder, he's struggling a little bit with tires maybe, because he's been going wide. Maybe he doesn't have the traction that he expect. Yeah, great racing. Let's jump up Zimmer and Laycock. Actually, I just wanna feature this. Here comes Zimmer, goes on the inside. Laycock goes a little bit wide, or he kind of recognized that he was beat in that corner. Very nice driving. Very nice driving. All right, so now Pornoff is stretching out, leaving Howard behind him. Let's look at Saunders. The triplet in front. Great racing right now. Yeah, absolutely. Couple of minutes and the pit stop or the pit window is opening. My bet is that Derek is gonna do a long stint. Gonna be interesting to see. It looks like now Jonathan have created a little bit more distance. Yeah, very much so, Robert. I think this is going to be a pit stop race to differentiate these guys. Hopefully they have practiced the pit stop a little bit. I don't remember how the pit in is on this track. I don't remember. Laycock and Zimmer are still fighting. I think Laycock want to take this back. Bob Laycock from New Zealand. Let's go back to Saunders. Saunders getting racy now. Let's get into his cockpit. Very, very smooth steering. I mean, he's not fighting the wheel. Often we see Derek is. We're going to jump over to Derek actually and see him as a contrast here. Look very smooth on the wheel. Like his Sunday driving. Yeah, so here's Derek. See him, he's kind of working his wheel a little bit more. see Saunders in the same. Very much of a difference in how they treat their wheel. Sitting with Saunders again. Yeah, both of these guys are really dropping Jonathan Wood right now. I don't know really what the reason is. If it's Derek that's kind of backing off and that gives Saunders have to do the same thing, kind of have to drop off as well. Hopkins, something happened with Hopkins. Let's get on the replay of that. So he comes around the bend. Just oversteering. Yeah. Unfortunate. So he's dropping a couple of positions, 2 positions. That's unfortunate for him. So he has to now start to fight behind Pornov. That's not the easiest to pass Pornov. Yeah, the Martini livery is great. That's the work of our master livery maker, Nikos. He loves making a livery. So let him know and you can donate a couple of bucks for a cup of coffee for him and he'll be happy. So Jonathan Wood have created quite a distance, 2.1 seconds. Let's see what he's doing. Jonathan lapping 134.9. Last lap was actually this pretty much the same, 134.9. Yeah, they were lapping pretty even actually right now. They have been picking up a little bit more. So pit window is open. We're not halfway yet, so it's going to take a little bit before we see any pit stops following Hopkins. That unfortunate oversteer, unforced error. Let's see how we do further back. We have Manu Sosa, P12, sitting 11 seconds behind Laycock, so he has some work to do. Laycock had a pretty good fight with Zimmer, but Zimmer is now pushing out, so he's 14 seconds ahead. Or 5 seconds rather, and 14 seconds in front of Zimmer we have Miller. Another lonely race. And Shannon in that candy color and the colored car, and Howard, and then we have Hopkins that we looked at before. Oh, there's Pornov going really wide. Pornov lost a little bit of time on that, so now Hopkins is able to push a little bit more, getting a little bit closer. Saunders, the fastest lap that he has recorded is 134.9. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the last lap. A little bit confused over my timing here. 134.1 looks to be the fastest lap for Saunders. Yeah, bird dropping. Yeah, okay. Stefano, welcome to the stream. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Would be awesome. Do it. Oh, we had a little Yellow flag on Howard, but it looks like he's back on track. Hopkins coming up on Pornoff now. Oh, Hopkins goes really wide. So now Saunders and Bird have really separated. So there must have been some sort of a issue there, because he had Saunders had the last lap was kind of disqualified, if you will, when it comes to time. So he must have gone wide somewhere. So 1.7 between Saunders and Bird and Wood also 1.7. So even gap between them, these two cars. Probably starting to think about this pit strategy. So yellow flag on Shannon. Must be a false flag. Less than 30 minutes left of the race, this 50-minute race. If you're new to eSeniors and watching this, connect through SIMGRID or Facebook. You can find the eSeniors GT3 Championship. And you can connect and get age verified. And here's Derek Bird goes into the pits. That was kind of early. So we will see what Saunders and Wood is going to do about that. Very interesting. Yeah, so if you get the age verified, 50 years or older, you can race. And we have championships like this. And we also have just fun races during the week. You can participate in a great community from all over the world, as you can see on the leaderboard, with flags from Portugal, Canada, New Zealand and United States and UK and so on, so forth. Really awesome. This is the Porsche Cup, 8 race series, and this is race number 5. So now we start to see people coming into the pits, and Hopkins is really getting into striking range. Looked like he had to pull back a little bit almost on Pornoff. So I think Pornoff's going to go into the pits here very soon. And Derek Bird is now out. So he's going to push. And we'll see what will happen when the other two guys comes in. Jonathan is now just coming through. Yeah, Jonathan in the pits. Saunders still out. It's going to be interesting. While Hopkins looking to take position before he goes into the pit stop. Want to wring out the last rubber out of his tires. Getting really close on Pornoff. Going to convert that to the inside. Oh, Pornoff goes really wide. Get a little bit unstable. That gives Hopkins the inside. Yes, he's going to take it. Thank you very much. Yeah, big mistake by Pornoff there. Possibly his tires are hurting. Saunders is staying out. Let's see, Wood is still in the pits. I'm gonna look at the statistics on the time. So Jonathan is now moving. He did a 1:01 in the pits, and Derek did a 1:02. So Jonathan gained 1 second on that pit stop on Derek. Oh, I saw someone going wide there. Was that Sosa? What happened? He comes rolling around here and just stops. Did he run out of fuel? I don't know what happened here. Very strange. Now he's into the pit, so well. And so is Saunders. We saw Saunders jumping in there when we looked at Sosa. So let's follow Bird and see what will happen. And actually, we're going to look at Jonathan. So Derek sits behind or in front of Bird. Oops. What happened there? I don't know if you saw that, but Jesus. Jonathan was flying there for a minute. Derek is behind him. And Saunders is in the pits. And he comes up in front of Derek. But Derek now has the hot tires. So he can strike. It's going to be interesting. Saunders just came out. So he needs to get his temperatures up. See Hopkins yellow flag. What was that about? Maybe he went into the pit. Sometimes there's like a little flag on that. So is Derek gonna be able to make a move? So it looks like it. He goes on the inside here. And we'll see a late break. Saunders is defending. Hey, Nikos. Yeah, we just had a pit stop. Jonathan Wood is in the lead, but Saunders was the last one of the top three that did the pit stop. So he's now being chased by Derek Bird, who is on. Who pitted? Actually, he pitted the first out of the top three. Now Derek is on fresh, warm and nice tires, while Saunders is trying to get the pressures and so on up on his tires. But it looks like he's able to keep Derek at bay so far. But here comes Derek Bird. Goes on the inside, turn one. Is he going to be able to convert? No, he is not at this point. No carnage at all. This is the cleanest of all our championships. We see some great racing side by side. So I don't think there's even been one single incident. Well, there's there's been 2 contacts, but not a big deal. So let's see what the statistics said about the pit stop. So Jonathan Wood had a 1:01, Saunders 1:01, and Derek Bird 1:02. So Saunders gained a second on Derek. I think, I think Derek hasn't given up, never does. But quite, Jonathan Wood really have a nice delta here now, starting to build up. The car behind. Well, I'm not sure he is actually. I think he's actually dropping. Or maybe even right now. Looking at my little track here, I'm gonna reset that on here. Let's see. Yeah, they're running pretty even, all these guys right now. Now Derek is starting to get into Saunders, It's going to be an interesting fight. I think this is going to be a really fight to the end between these two guys. It's going to be relentless. It's almost 20 minutes left, so way past halftime on the race. Everyone on fresh tires. I think everyone have done their pit stop. Ponov is just now in the pits. Nikos, you can actually just go into Twitch and search for eSeniors GT3. And also you should be able to, you can actually watch the Twitch stream on our pit wall. So let me provide that one. So you can reach pit wall here. And I think you actually see the pit or the Twitch stream there, but I can do the pit Twitch as well. Derek is pushing. Come on, Derek. I'm gonna provide you the Twitch link right now. There it is. All right, great battle going on. Saunders at 2.6 up to Derek, or I'm sorry, to Mr. Wood. Let's see, that is the closest battle right now. And Mr. Laycock has not pitted yet. Okay, that explains that. He's really pushing up late, but now he goes into the pits, just as I'm saying that. So. Derek is pushing, but Jonathan looks really comfortable there up front. He's lapping in the 1:34.3s, which is really good lap time. The best lap recorded is 1:34.0. That's Derek Burr that has that. Derek doing great here. Yeah, Johnny, be good. Yeah, Saunders is really looking stable. But they're very even in the front. You know, the best times that we see, it's very little difference between these three drivers, Wood, Saunders and Bird. We just had the purple lap here for Derek again, 1:34.0. Or no, that was actually a little bit ago. So that's all. Okay, good. Good blue flag action there by I think that was Laycock that was yielding. Let's look at Ponov for 69 coming up on Howard here on the straight. Maybe he can push up a little bit. Ponov sitting P8 in the championship. He did the P4 last race, Watkins Glen. Now we're really starting to get contact here with Howard. Keeping an eye on Derek as well. Getting a little bit closer to Saunders. So these are the two battlers right now. Oh, Howard was, and we've seen this before. Howard seems to have some problems with his traction. Is that gonna stick? Qualif gets the outside line. Howard gets the inside. So we've seen this a couple of times now on Howard. He's lost position because he loses traction. Yeah, you're right. Which Johnny is it? Comments on the chat here, Nikos. What Johnny? Because Robert Obando said, "Go, go, Johnny, go." And we are unclear what Johnny he's talking about. Maybe it's Johnny Be Good. Who could that be? Is it Jonathan Wood or Johnny Saunders? Who is the Johnny Be Good? All right, Ponov up to P6. Let's see how Derek is faring. Let's get into his cockpit a little bit and see. Both, all right. Oh, that's a defensive move by Saunders. He's kind of throwing himself into the corner. Has to close the door. I don't think Derek had any intention to go through any doors in that position. Here comes that late apex, get on the throttle. There's some traffic in front. It's that interesting corner. If you get too thick on that corner to the right there, you're gonna send you flying. Always feels like I'm braking too early on this corner, but you don't want to be too fast. And here Saunders had a little slide, and here comes Derek. Is it gonna stick? Goes side by side into turn 1. Yeah, late brake by Derek. Is that gonna stick? Oh, he goes wide. Oh, contact. Oh, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate. What happens here now? Let's go back and look at that one. There's the contact. Yeah. Saunders pushed a little bit too much. He didn't really need to be there. Very unfortunate. So, yeah, Derek wasn't really impacted too much, but oh, he's sliding a little bit there. He's just passing Laycock, lapped him. For some reason my leaderboard has not reset. That is bizarre. I don't know why it hasn't reset yet. Okay, let's see. I can get through another sector. Maybe we'll do that. Or I have to take some action. So unfortunate. But I think Derek had certainly passed Saunders, and I think Saunders was pushing a little bit too hard. So okay, here's the reset the leaderboard. So now we are good. So Saunders had some work to do now. 12 minutes left, and he's 7.5 seconds. He lost a lot of time here. So unless Derek is doing some really bad mistake, I think it's going to be rough. But you never know. Anything can happen. Hopefully Saunders will put his get back into the rhythm and put this little accident aside and just start to make his run. So look at how smooth he is on the wheel. It's still fascinating to me. If you look at Derek, for example, he's a completely other type of driver. So there he is coming through that. Well, he kind of went a little hot there. So let's look at Saunders coming through the same sector here. Look at that. It's such a difference. It's unbelievable. Let's jump over to Bird again. I don't know if it's the equipment or what it is. You see how he goes through their corner and he kind of adjusts. We get over to Saunders. And he's just, here we go, through. So interesting. Let's look at how Jonathan is doing. So he's coming through. Yeah, he's also pretty quiet on the wheel, but still a little bit more adjustment. But I mean, Saunders is remarkable. Yes, that was interesting to show. Oh, Saunders had lost time. 9 seconds. It's gonna be really hard for him. 10 minutes left. It'll be very hard for him to get the catch. But again, we have seen things happen. Now this is a racetrack where it's kind of easy to just go wide all of a sudden if you don't keep your wits about you and you start to space out a little bit. If you just start to just keep the momentum and you kind of just try to secure your position on track. Just working on a little graphic here while we have a little lull in the race. Really not any close battles. A little bullish here, creating my leaderboard graph or my podium graphic ahead of time. But right now it certainly looks like Jonathan has nothing to worry about. He's 14 seconds ahead of Derek, so he could almost go in and do a pit stop. Not quite, but you know what I mean. He's pretty safe up front. That's interesting, Nikos. Yeah, could be its settings. So behind Saunders we have Thomas, the Martini livery. Always good looking. The work of Nikos, and we have Hopkins, kind of a pumpkin color, I guess. And the Marlboro livery of Pawnoff in P6. Probably disappointing for Pawnoff. Did a P4 last race. Aaron Shannon, we haven't heard much from him. He, let's see where he sits in the championship. Shannon, yeah, I'm sorry, P3, I should have known that. So Shannon has been a P5 in all 4 races that we have had, and this is race number 5. So he's P7. Probably a little bit disappointed over that, perhaps. And Howard. Terry Howard from Great Britain. Or 201. And Howard sits in P10 in the championship. And he placed P7 last race. Oh, I see Hopkins, what happened? Let's go to replay. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's easiest to sit there and all of a sudden you go a little bit wide. And that hurt because Pawnoff is now P5, took Hopkins while he went off. So where were we? Howard, we talked about Howard. Miller in P9. Marcus Miller. He's been kind of solid. He's P8, P7, P6. So this would actually be his worst result over 5 races, unfortunate. And Laycock from New Zealand. He sits P7 in the championship, P6 in his last race, so I probably wish he was a little bit more up. Oh, we see that's Saunders sliding behind Sosa. Sosa sits in P11. And Sosa, where does he sit in the championship? He is up, there he is, he sits P11. And he didn't drive the last race. Yeah, no, it was, who was it we saw? I think it was, it was probably Howard that we saw sliding a little bit when we saw Sosa on track. Yeah. There we go. So, yeah, less than 5 minutes. Yeah, will Bruce try to recover here and pass Onoff? I'm not sure. He was sliding around quite a bit there, so his tires might be a little bit messed up. Yeah, Thomas, nice race in P4. So it's interesting. He is actually, Thomas is in the lead of the championship, and he has not placed better than P3, which is pretty interesting. So if you're consistent, and you don't have to win all the races, because depending on how other guys are doing, obviously. Because Derek didn't race one race, and Derek didn't race the first race, then he placed P2 and then P1 in 2 races, and he's not better than 4th place in the championship. So that's kind of how it can play out. Bruce starts to get contact now with Mirsch. 3 minutes left. Maybe he can do something. Maybe he can get up to P5. Yeah. Oh, yellow flag on Howard. Sliding. Let's keep with these guys. This is the closest right now. Maybe get in his cockpit and see how he negotiates with his wheel. Goes a little bit wide and get on the bump there, losing time. You don't want to go wide there. You can actually get the car flying. I saw that someone did the track thing online, and he went a little wide there and he was flying out of that corner. Yeah, passing Mirsch is not easy. He lost a lot of time there, half a second. Bruce lost. Now he picked that up, so he's getting closer. This is actually the battle to watch right now. Keeping an eye on the clock, keeping an eye on Jonathan Wood too, because we want to follow him as he... Oh, Onoff had a little trouble there. There he came out on the start straight. No, it's not the start straight. That turn always looks the same to me, so I get a little bit confused. So we have a couple of more turns. If Bruce can do something just in the last minute of the race now. Oh, it looks a little bit on the inside now, so he's really pushing. This is time to do it. Get a good exit here and see if he can do something on the inside, get a little slipstream going maybe. Here he comes. Is he going to go on the inside? Like we said, it's not hard. It's very hard actually to pass Mirsch. Oh, he goes for the inside. No, he's not reaching. He's not able to reach. He was hoping probably that Pornoff went wide, which I've seen him do several times, but not there. He was really buttoning that down. Thomas Regner had a little yellow flag. What happened? Pornoff takes the defensive line. And we're about to get Jonathan over the line. Let's jump over to him. Here he comes. I think the clock gonna run out before. Yeah, here we go. Clock just ran out. Here's the checkered flag for Jonathan. Great job. Derek Bird, P2. And Saunders is coming behind. He's 70 seconds behind, so he really started to fall behind here, unfortunately. Gonna get these guys in for the interview, so don't miss that. And let's see what Hopkins can do. Is he gonna do something on the very last moments of this race? He's in the slipstream, but no. Pornoff did it. So thank you. Thank you so much, Andy. Don't miss. I'm gonna pull the guys in here. We're gonna do a little. Interview. So let's get over in the interview mode. So let's get Jonathan in. Oh, there is Jonathan. On Saunders and Derek. There comes Derek. All right, that was exciting, guys.
Yeah, we're stunned to silence.
Yeah. So let's start with Mr. Saunders. Let's get off the podium here. P3 for Saunders. Actually, you didn't race the last race, but before that you had a P2, a P1, and P2. So this P3, how did you race today? How was it?
Yeah, it's all right until I tried to do a cut back on Derek and I misjudged it, and I think I went into him. That was really the race over. But I think Jonathan was away. I don't think we would have caught him. So it was just more or less a battle between. So I didn't ruin Derek's race. So that's all I'm worried about, really. Yeah, but it was a good race. It's a tricky track, really tricky in that car.
Yeah, it's all these kind of semi-high speed corners, I guess, and some tight turns. You really need to keep the car on track and just nail it down. But Derek, how did you feel your race went?
Yeah, it was okay, good, enjoyed it. My car keeps starting with worn tyres. I don't know what's up with the game. I don't know if anybody else is having that problem. When I'm looking on the start, my tyres are saying worn, part worn. So that's why I pitted early, because I wasn't sure if it was part worn tyres. So I pitted early to get some new tyres on.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that, because last race normally you do the long game, so to speak.
Yeah, but at the start I looked at the tyres on the tyre page and it said the reads were down to 2.6.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if the recent updates have done something. I mean, who knows? Yeah,
maybe. That's why I thought I'll pit early and just get on to a set of new tyres. So, but they held out though. They weren't too bad. But yeah, it was a good race. Jonathan was away. I don't think we're going to catch him.
Yeah, Jonathan, you had a great race. I mean, you took the pole and then you stayed up there. So easy peasy.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say. That was bloody difficult. I mean, qualifying. I've been practicing like every evening all week, just in his car, just in his circuit. And that qualifying lap today, it was I think my second lap, and I went 0.2 faster than I had gone all week. And I actually stopped, and I was shaking. So I was like concentrating so hard, and I just sat in the pits for the rest of the time. I'm like, if somebody can go faster than that, then they did bloody pole position. But no, the race was good. It was just, I was really, really consistent. I mean, there was no chatter going on in Discord at all. And normally I'm the one who's chatting away. I was like so focused, and I was kind of glad to see Derek come into the pits early, because I just followed suit, slapped on some new tires. But right at the end there, I was really struggling. So thank goodness John and Derek had that issue, because otherwise we would have been nose to tail, the three of us, I think, right at the end.
Yeah, I think so too. And you were very, I mean, the pit stop time, Jonathan, you and Derek had, you and John Saunders had the same pit stop time, and Derek was 1 second slower. So, but it was exciting when you came out there, John. You had Derek behind you on up to speed tires, so to speak, but he wasn't able to catch you anyway.
Yeah, I was defending for my life there. I was defending.
Yeah.
I was pleased to come out in second, actually. I weren't expecting, because I think I went 2 laps extra from Derek.
Yeah.
So I didn't think I'd get by him.
Yeah. It was a great race as usual, guys. So thank you so much, and for everyone watching. I will not be able to stream Group 2, but I think we have some John or Mike gonna stream Group 1. I'm not sure. Gonna have baby shower at the house tomorrow, so it's gonna be a lot of commotion, so I won't be able to attend. So anyway, thank you guys for racing, and congratulations.
Well done, guys.
Catch you later.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for the race, Jonathan. Well done.
Thanks. Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
race, guys.
Yeah.
So thanks everyone for watching the Porsche Cup Valencia. We'll catch you later. And thanks to sponsors again, Sim3D, Syndeo, and Castle and Cauldron. We'll see you later. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.